Today, let's talk about how we grow our employees, right? How do we expand their leadership capacity? That's right. We need to figure out how to invest in our employees so that we can grow financially. Because the more that they can do, that means we can offload some of the things that we don't need to do. So we need to be able to give them some tools for their toolbox. That's what we're going to talk about today in this video. What are some of the things we can do to actually grow our employees? Well, we can put them through trainings, and there's tons of trainings out there. But the most impactful things is when we do that together. Yeah, that's right. We should be going and working alongside and going to trainings with our employees, sitting with them, talking about them, doing a debrief after that training. That's the first thing we should be doing, is finding some leadership trainings that we can go to that hit our core, so our core values and our mission and our visions that we value at our organization. Those are what we should be looking for when we find some leadership trainings. Not just to pick one and go to it, but to really find one that's going to resonate with us. Go with our employees, invest in them, encourage them, ask questions. It's kind of like a mentor and a mentee. We need to be asking those kind of questions to draw out their insights. And maybe they're going to surprise us, that they have some capacity we didn't even know about. So we need to be going with them. Go down that road together. Okay? The next thing we should be doing is making a plan for them. What can we do to have them set up for success? Well, let's say in 5 years we want them to be at middle management, or in 10 years or 20 years we'd see them at senior leadership. We should be communicating that to them and let them know, hey, this is what we're thinking we're going to groom you for. Is that something that resonates with you? Because if it doesn't resonate with them, guess what's going to happen? They're going to hit that door and go find another job, right? So we need to make a plan with them. Let's sit down with them, not do the yearly thing. We should be doing this almost monthly, sitting with our employees, finding out where they're at. What are they struggling with? Where would they like to go? And help align our two goals together. And that way, they're served, right? Because that's the 3 questions that everybody asks. Do I like you? Do I trust you? How can you help me? That third question, how can you help me? Well, that's what we should be looking at. We should be asking that of ourselves, how we're helping them. Because if that works and we do that, guess what's going to happen? They're going to stay with us long term. They're going to know that they're valued, not just a number, not just a cog in a machine. They're going to sit there and go, you know what, this organization really cares about me. I'm staying here long term. I'm going to stay in the fight. In the tough times, I'm going to stick with them. In the great times, we're going to celebrate. So we need to be investing in them. So let's make plans. Let's find other kind of trainings that they can do by themselves. Let's do some book reading too. Yeah, I know it sounds boring, but listen, I do 12 books a year. And I am the slowest reader you've probably met, okay? I read 10 pages a day. And if you do a calendar, that's about 300 pages a month. That's right. Well, if I can do 300 pages book a month, most business books are less than that. You got 12 books a year. You guys can grow together. So as you're grooming people and mentoring them and helping them with their capacity, finding those tools to put in their toolbox, make books a part of it, your trainings to be a part of it, that you guys can go through. I always tell sales teams and leadership teams, do the off-site once a year, sit down with the team, do the debrief afterwards, because that's definitely going to help the team work together, and they're going to come in closer and have better bonds. So we need to make sure that we're intentionally leaning in for our employees to add those tools to the toolbox. Not just go, here you go do that, be great. Check this box. Now your annual goal is complete of successful learning and all that stuff. We need to be intentional. We need to pour into them. And we need to find the trainings that are going to help them for where they want to go. Because If we're not, they're not going to see the value. Remember that third question, how can you help me? If they don't believe you can help them, they're out the door. So make a plan, sit with them, communicate regularly. That's how we're going to institute leadership trainings and help grow our employees. And then we can give them tasks, right? We can say, hey, I want you to manage this project if you want to make them a program manager in the future. I want you to work with the co-ops if they're an entry-level person. You got to start low, but first you got to give them the foundation and the tools to do it, or else they're not going to be successful. And yes, we can learn from all of our challenges, but why make it that they have to learn everything from challenges? Let's learn from that. Let's make sure that we're giving them the tools to succeed. If you're going to dig a ditch, you're not giving someone a screwdriver. We want to make sure we give them the right tools to help them for where they need to go. So we need to be intentional. That is on us as leaders. If we're going to get any kind of leadership training for employees, it starts with us and making a plan. All right? If you have any questions about that or how to build influence or any of those kind of trainings that I talk about in any of these videos that are online or any of my blogs or on my website, reach out to me. I'd be glad to help you find the right path for you and your organization. We'll see you next time.